much behind the natural expansions minerals. I'm really surprised he didn't put a turret or two up there. Saint doing a decent job inside the base here. He's picking off a lot of Marines with that hold position. Micro, wow, nice micro from Saint, and a little sloppy from FBH here. Really sloppy. He should have turrets up there. I'm a little surprised. I think he just missed a spot there basically because he has so many turrets elsewhere. But anyway, fast hive also for Saint. So Saint is going to go for those fast defilers, I think, off of his 3 bases. And the longer Firebathero allows him to hold the 3 bases, the more he is going to be even and even ahead of Firebathero. I think right now they're already even in terms of their economy. Although Firebathero's not doing poorly, he's already up to Science Vessel, so he's going to be able to deal with these lurkers fine. I'm pretty sure he's going to push out pretty soon, and it's going to be hard for Saint to stop him. It's going to be a race between Firebathero's big push and Saint's defilers. Meanwhile, those could be stop lurkers there on that hill. We'll have to see if Firebathero decides to move out without a Science Vessel. Saint, importantly, has also kept alive his Mutalisks. That was just surprising. I am still surprised that Firebathero wasn't ready for that harass, given how delayed it was. But, I guess you can't be prepared for everything, because otherwise you just wouldn't have enough money to build units. But still, some turrets should have been placed there. Firebathero scans those lurkers, not going to surprise him there. And Saint needs to pull them back, actually. Saint's going to try to take out the tanks, it looks like, but he's not going to have any success there. Tanks outrange lurkers by 1 hex, of course, so they're going to be picking away at those lurkers. One lurker goes down. I'm not sure what Saint's doing. Oh, actually, Saint with some nice micro picking off a tank there. I think Saint's just trying to delay Firebathero a little bit with his lurkers. Oh! Oh, nice! Muta-bomb there by Saint! I am impressed! That impressed me. That was really impressive. Good sacrifice there of a couple of Mutalisks, but gets the first vessel. It's going to slow Firebathero down even more here. And we saw Firebathero doing so well against Jaedong on Harmony. He's having trouble here advancing against just a couple of lurkers in the middle of the map, but they're in that great position on top of the hill. And the thing is, Firebathero didn't have Siege for a while either, so he was just behind on his upgrade there for Siege. And oh, more lurkers coming down here. Only 1 tank for Firebathero. He's forced to withdraw his tank, actually. He needs to get a couple more tanks here, and that's a lot of lurkers up there. So if Saint can continue to delay Firebathero, Firebathero's going to be in trouble here because defilers are coming out pretty soon. Firebathero still just has 1 vessel. Not going to get an irradiate off on the first defiler. It's going to be interesting here. Firebathero looks like he's actually moving to the right though, so he's going to try to go for a flank attack. I think Saint may sense this. His sort of spider senses might be tingling a bit. He might sense, hey, Firebathero's not putting pressure in the middle. Maybe he's going to go out on the side. And actually, no, it looks like, yeah, actually he's backed up a little bit. He's in the middle of the map right now, but Firebathero's also in the middle, and we're going to see who catches the other one unprepared. Terran versus Zerg, both sides' units are so fragile, they really can't stand being out of position for even a second. +1 Carapace up for Saint. Firebathero's going to see them. Those lurkers are now in position here, and looks like they're going to have to back up, though. That 1 tank's going to scare them away. Saint doing a very, very good job of delaying Firebathero's push. Firebathero trying to run back and pick off these 2 lurkers. He's going to get them pretty easily. Not much damage there. There's the first defiler, probably his consume, and it's going to be a really big battle here in the middle. Saint could win this game, actually, quite easily if he manages to defeat this first army. He doesn't have to kill Firebathero, he just has to defeat the army and then expand and then win. Basically, that's what the Zerg wants to do. Okay, here comes the big attack here from Saint. Saint with a good swarm there. That was a great swarm. Wow. Amazing swarm by Saint. I gotta say, man, I thought this kid was gonna lose this game quite easily against Firebathero, who's obviously slayed Jaedong recently. But Saint pulling off a nice swarm there. Firebathero looking a little bit unsure of himself there. I don't know. He certainly needs to stop thinking about dancing. He needs to get his head out of the clouds, and he needs to win this game now. I mean, Firebathero, of course, I'm sure he doesn't just think about dancing, but he always looks a little bit smug, a little bit cocky in all of his games until he loses, and then sometimes he cries, which makes him doubly hilarious. But Firebathero is going to lose his tank again. Also has a couple of vulnerable science vessels there. I don't know, man. Firebathero in big trouble here. He's gotten nowhere against his lurkers from Saint, and trying to push forward with a couple of medic marines. They're just going to get slaughtered there. He's got a tiny group of medic marines around, but he has not used flank attacks well this entire game. He's just not having any success. Firebathero in big trouble. He's lost his entire army. In fact, if Saint pushes forward with another defiler or 2, he could actually take Firebathero out right now with some good swarms. Firebat Hero advancing with just Medic Marines against that group of lurkers, that is not going to work, son. Firebat Hero needs to just back off and wait for tanks there. And, oh, massacre, Hamburger Hill there. Firebat Hero losing every Marine but one badly damaged Marine. He's going to go back and tell stories about it, about that massacre. But yeah, Firebat Hero is going to have to face some Ultralists coming out. The one thing well, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say Saint hasn't expanded, but Saint has actually picked up his 4th base already at the inside 1130 position. So he's at 4 bases. Firebat Hero at 2. He's made no leeway at all of doing any kind of economic damage, and he's probably going to lose his vessel right now if he's not careful. Oh, he's going to lose something. Yeah, oh, nope. Saint not microing the other Scourge. Firebat Hero keeping all of his vessels alive. That's important. And nice plague there. Good Defiler use, and that is really so crucial for any top-notch Zerg player. You should watch Flash versus Zero to see some very, very impressive Defiler use from Zero. Just so important for any top-notch Zerg out there. And of course, we do have to thank for that Savior. Savior, probably his most distinctive unit, was the Defiler, at least in his Zerg versus Terran games. He's just a master of Defilers, and he really revolutionized Zerg play by going for fast Defilers and just showing how epic, how important they can be with the Dark Swarm and Lurker Ling combination. Anyway, so we're going to see a front... Oh my god! Oh my god! Firebat Hero has built some battle cruisers anyway, even though he's not ahead this game. Firebat Hero with battle cruisers out, and this looks like it's going to be a standard part of his play in these games, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't have any sort of advantage at this time, and those 2 battle cruisers are very isolated. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I don't think the observers knew this was coming, but Firebat Hero revealing his battle cruisers. I don't know if this is such a good idea, though. He's hanging around the Dark Swarm, not where you want to be with the Firebat Hero, with the battle cruisers, because they're not going to do anything. And I think Saint might win this game, actually. I don't know if these battle cruisers are going to do anything in time. And oh, Plague is so good against battle cruisers, by the way. It just eats battle cruisers alive. It just melts them. Although I suspect Firebat Hero should have restoration for his medics if he's going to go for battle cruisers. You really want to restore those battle cruisers if they get plagued. Plague science vessels, ouch. But yeah, Firebat Hero only has 2 battle cruisers, and like I said, I love doing this in the late game when I play Terran, the few times I ever do. But I always lose. I also like to play against noobs, and I lose half the times I go for battle cruisers like this. So I don't know. I don't know about this Firebat Hero. What works once might not work again. Anyway, once crackling there on the right side is going to disrupt that expansion, trying to go up for Firebat Hero. Oh, Firebat Hero going to lose his science vessels, loses 2 science vessels. He needs to do some amazing damage here with his battle cruisers to have any chance of coming back in this game. 1 Ultralist now at the bottom right. That's going to do a lot of damage. And Spore Colony is actually going to fend away these battle cruisers. I'm not sure if they have Yamato yet to deal with the spores. But Firebat Hero desperately trying to get an attack off somehow. This guy's mech's in good position. Firebat Hero's going to be running out of minerals pretty soon. He's already mined out his main, I bet, and his natural is probably looking very thin. So I don't know if these battle cruisers are going to be done, are going to do anything. I think he's pretty much cooked right now. Firebat Hero just unable to advance up the hills this entire game, and I do wonder what's going to become of those two Firebat Heroes, 2 battle cruisers. Firebat Hero, wow, trying to deal with +5, +1 Ultralisks, not good. Not good with just 1 science vessel. That science vessel is going to say sayonara. Yeah, there goes Firebat Hero's Medic Marine Force. The 2 battle cruisers, I think, are still alive somewhere. There they are. There's the good old battle cruisers. They're going to be pretty useless, though. And some a Mutila Scout to fight the, I guess, the plagued science vessels, and now a bunch of Scourge here. Scourge are going to take care of... Oh, actually, no. Battle cruisers are so good against Scourge that really we could see a couple of Devours. That could actually end the game pretty quickly, though. Just like 3 or 4 Devours would pretty much take care of any number of those 2 battle cruisers. Anyway, Firebat Hero trying to fight these Ultras with just plain Medic Marines. Not going to work there. And yeah... Firebathero not having any luck this game. GG coming from Firebathero. He doesn't want to get humiliated. Of course, he does most of the humiliating nowadays. But Firebathero unable to play, unable to win this game, and goes down to Saint, who I've never casted before, but who played an impressive game this game. Anyway, Firebathero versus Savior will be coming up. Just want to give you guys a little bit of a taste of Firebathero versus Zerg. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more commentaries.